Hey everyone, thanks for stopping back by the channel. And yes, I finally got on a trip down to Florida to fish with small water charters down on Donkeyland. We'll get to that in just a minute. But before I get into the fishing trip and get to the footage, I just want to throw out a huge shout out to John and Lindia Small Water Charters. If you are thinking about going to Florida and hitting Headwaters or Kenansville or what we call Donkeyland or Garcia, any of those lakes, Okeechobee, you gotta go out with John and Lindia. They are phenomenal. Not only do you catch fish, but it's such a blast fishing with both of them. It just makes it fun. So I got down there on the 18th of November and the conditions were not that great. John told me when we started off, he's like, there's 3 things you don't want to see this time of year in Florida: the drop in water temperature, drop in air temperature, cloudy skies, which we had, and we on top of that had northwest winds, or northeast winds I should say. So the conditions weren't the greatest, but hey, we went out there anyway, and you'll see the fish that we caught. I took a little bit of a different tactic, talking to John, and I've watched a lot of their videos. I took something out of my bag of tricks for bass fishing to fish out there. And I did that based on the conditions that we had. So like I said, the air temperature was like 52 degrees when we got there. The water temperature was down to 67 degrees, and just a few days prior it was at 80 degrees. So the water temperature had dropped. The air temperature had dropped. So, you know, typically in my mind, when I turn my bass fishing brain on, that means the fish are deep, right? They're not going to be, or they're tight to cover when those conditions are there. Now, here's the thing. The lake, Donkeyland as we call it, or Kenansville Reservoir, is a 2,500 acre lake. Average depth 3 feet when you look it up online. And it is shallow. Now, the water was up because they had a hurricane just prior to that. And the water was a little dirty, and it was up quite a bit. So it was average depth 4.5 feet. So it's still really, really shallow. Tons and tons of vegetation from hyacinth, coontail moss, hydrilla, you name it, it's in that lake. So everywhere you look when you're in the boat is a place to cast. Because the lake is, like I said, 3.5 feet deep on average, 4 feet on this day, 4.5 feet. But it's basically just a flooded cow pasture of 2,500 acres. So you step there and you look, and it's like, where do I throw? You just throw anywhere. Doesn't matter if you're in the front of the boat, the back of the boat, the middle of the boat. Everywhere is great fishing. So the tactic I went out with is I went to a 1 ounce spinnerbait. It's in the blue, it's a blue chartreuse and white color. Really great color. Gives it a little bit of depth in dirty water, with a number 6 blade, number 6 willow leaf blade, and a 4 Colorado blade in silver. And this is the technique, the bait that I used, and caught a lot of fish on it. A lot. You'll see how many we caught. A lot. John and Lindy have caught up to 100 bass in one trip. We didn't catch that many, but I was using that technique, slow rolling. Right on the bottom around the grass to pick up my bass, and just getting that thump, 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 thump out of the spinnerbait, and they were reaching out and grabbing it. Now, it wasn't super fast action because of the weather, but that technique worked. You'll see in the video. If you want to get out there again to that area, it's referred to, John and Lindy referred to it as Donkeyland, which I like to refer to it now that I've been out there. It's also been referred to as Jurassic Park of bass fishing. But the lake is called Kenansville. Just a phenomenal fishery, and you're going to see alligators and everything else out there. But it was a blast to fish with John and Lindia. You know, they make it a little competition on the boat, see who catches the most. Lindia usually wins when they take people out, and there's a reason. Lindia is a fisherman. She's out there, she is casting. John's a fisherman too, but he's the storyteller on the boat. So it's a lot of interaction. It just makes for a great time. So what I'll do here is we'll just cut to the action. It was a blast. I loved being out there on the lake with them, and I hope we'll do it again real soon. But I had to split some of my video and their video, so some music breaks in there because my camera got pointed down too much at a couple of times. But you get to see quite a bit of the footage. So here we go. Here, we'll just get right to the action.
There's one. You got some size too.
Yes, yes. Get the net. You might need to get the net.
He's a little craftier than he is.
Yeah,
I'll still follow it.
Sweet. Good deal.
Donkeyland bass.
First Donkeyland bass.
Very good.
Solid little fish though. I mean, pretty nice looking fish.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Good deal, Shane. No skunk in the butt. Yeah, it's like the daughter, you know, the little one that's sitting around.
There's another one.
Oh, dang on. No, the two for Shane. He got the spinner bait bite going. Good job, Shane. What's crazier?
Well,
That was impressive. He caught it. It damn near went in my tee. I mean, I missed most of it.
that was definitely a flying fish right there.
I mean, he damn near centered it right in my tee. It ran it right beside it.
That's pretty good.
That little guy, I mean, as soon as he said, "Boom," he was in the air.
Yeah.
Now,
Man,
what's he gonna go back and tell his buddies now?
Yeah. Tell your buddies.
Yeah, look at that little guy. See, that's what we want, are cocky fish like that.
Yeah.
He was cocky. Shane is the only one catching on that spinner. That's the only thing doing it, that spinner bait. That's number 4. Shane's beating me by 4 fish and beating Lydia by 4 fish.
Oh, wow.
Ah, it's a needlefish. That don't count.
It's in the boat.
It's a big needlefish.
Yeah, it is.
To me, is that not like a ballad?
Grab it. Grab it. You grab it.
Sailfish with us. Shane got another. Shane's on fire. Oh, I didn't even see him there for a little bit. I was like, no, dude, that's just grass. It's 5 for Shane. Tell you, it's the fish gods we have to please let Shane catch fish. Oh, that's a better one. A little better. Yes, sir. He did, man. Yes, I will. I got you.
Good, good, good. Excellent.
Oh, here he goes. I'm ahead of you. Look, bad fish is ahead of you. Yay! Thank you, little guy. I'm in second place. Were you not? That fish never happened. That lure looks like a Shane makes me jump.
Whoa.
Shane's on one. Shane's killing it today.
Oh.
What number is that? Like 8? Oh, fell right off in your hands.
Yeah. I didn't jerk him out as hard.
You didn't? Oh, get it? Real baby. You don't know he's up. Yeah!
That's a big one of the day.
No, I think yours might have been a tap. That's your fatty.
Yeah. All right.
Good job, baby. No skunk you.
Yeah. I'm ahead of you.
Bye down.
Well, I went to school 2 more than 1.
They figure out that
Look at Shane go. I think I'm recording.
Shane's number 9.
Yes, I am recording. Number 9 is
He's
fine.
gonna get 10 today.
Yeah.